Let's look at the top headlines first. Landmine fitted by Kuki militants blasts Haikol. A cow died. No human casualty. President's rule is anti-democracy, says MLA Sapam Nishikant. PM Modi embarks on 5-day state visit to US and Egypt to lead International Day of Yoga celebrations at UN headquarters tomorrow. Manipur BJP not united. PM Modi simply doesn't care, says Jairam Ramesh. SC rejects urgent hearing on Kuki tribe amid Manipur violence. And curfew relaxed for Imphal East, West and Bishnupur districts till 5 p.m. today. Hello and welcome to ELITETV English News. I'm Utpala. Now the news in detail. A landmine allegedly fitted by Kuki militants blasted at Haikol, a border village in between Bishnupur and Churachandpur district. The incident took place around 9 a.m. today. According to a reliable source, the suspected Kuki militants allegedly fitted the landmines at Haikol village. In the morning, reportedly some cows went there to graze. Unfortunately, a cow touched the landmine and blasted suddenly. The cow died on the spot. However, no human casualty was reported till now. Meanwhile, combined force conducted search operation at Kantosabal and Laimakong, Chingmang after yesterday's incident where Kuki militants torched 5 houses of Meitei community and 1 house of Naga community. The combined forces started combing operation from early morning and still continue. No one has been reported arrested and seized any arms and ammunition. Our reporter Hintoiba is at the spot. Here is a telephonic report from our reporter to the editor of ELITETV News.
Maruina koi ngarang lemakong mamangching da koi mitegi yung mga may thagi ba aduga nagagi may thagi matung da ji kana operation sa thake ba paw leibani mafam adu da koi miu the koi hentoi ba pung kya de ka ta ba ho no koi na ta ba da koi state forcing ga hon de have ki mung nei have ki paw su lei kari paw lei en thambiu
combined operation se pung nipa makhai adai de hawe aduda hajik just moina sangu mathamda media su sanghandre adai state force sanghandre moi gi Indian Army dang sanghale adu chang moi dang chang ro thore aduna thong chang ro thor ko tanda si noi moina kan lem de hai adu leiram ba kolam ba do noi proof pio hana mai ben mayam ga mukna da si tawri sa
kari no du hati ji phau da koi ngarang mai thagi pham sing adu yoru ro bra adu ga koi naga gi yum su mai thagi ba phuna ta sei hojik karam ba situation da lei ma de pham du da
si ma pham je hojik coming operation lower ga thore adu kan mukna ma thoi adu ga ki mai thari ba ngarang mai thagi ha ma pham du ti yo mangam de adu sang matam da noi firing kap thorok ko ko taw na chang mangam da lei
hojik si kari imai bel sing hai si kai no du ga den army ka mun hai si kai maram no habiu
Indian Army na hai sina khoi moi da khulai kem leram de mi leram de bunker lei te hai ba imai ben sing sina je mi na ura ba bunker lei leiga to leiro potu bu leite hana hai du adu noi leite ara ka de photo video na moi namak ta photo bra hana mungna ri
okay makha ta ba paulo ge thank you so much thank you ba
In a debate yesterday with Rajdeep Sardesai on India Today, MLA of Kisamthong Assembly constituency Nishikant Singh Sapam said that President's rule is anti-democracy and he doesn't support it. Instead, law and order has to be very strong, and if things are not working with the present method, one can change the method to bring peace and to overcome trust deficit within both the communities by placing the right kind of people at the right time of place or whatever the trouble is, so that peace prevails. He also mentioned that even when some Cookie brothers are demanding that the CM of Manipur must step down, but as an independent MLA, he supports the party and the government, although the government needs to be proactive as complete lawlessness is seen sometimes in the state.
Rule be declared. Nishikant Sapam, you've been supporting this government. Do you believe that President's rule is the way forward? Article 355 is in place. Should Article 356 also be imposed?
President's rule actually is anti-democracy, and I would not like President's rule to be implied here. I would rather have this system if they have to change the law and order. Law and order has to be, of course, enforced very strongly. And अगर ये तरीका नहीं चल रहा तो तरीका बदल दीजिए. But
what do you mean by तरीका बदल? You know, अगर तरीका नहीं चल रहा है, तरीका बदल दीजिए means what? What is the change that you want to see?
You see, like there are a lot of complaints against a certain, let's say, Assam rifle. Let us say, in some areas. So you could use BSF more actively there, so that trust deficit, you know, can be overcome by placing the right kind of people, right kind of forces, the right kind of place, wherever the trouble is, especially the foothills. And of course, law must prevail in the sense that there are whatever miscreants in the valley or in the hills have to be taken control into. They have to be controlled. But personally, I would feel that President's rule would be anti-democracy, anti-people. But of course, somehow law has to prevail.
Okay, so you're saying that find other ways other than President's rule. Do you believe that the Chief Minister today has the moral authority to actually be able to bring the two groups together, given that on the ground he is seen to have openly sided with one? That's the charge which is being made increasingly frequently against the Chief Minister of Manipur. That you are all, and including yourself, you are all playing Mete politics.
No. We need to bring peace. So I said, I am supporting the government, but I won't say that from inside the government. But yes, the other Cookie brothers definitely are demanding that Mr. Biren Singh goes, definitely. So that is where it stands. But I think, yes, the government has to be very, very proactive. I agree to that. And government needs to be proactive. And we see a lot of times complete lawlessness in the.
Ratan Thiam said in an interview with The Wire that he has never in his entire life seen such violence. He said, "We have created widows and orphans," and wonders if Manipur is a part of India. Karan Thapar asked if he really felt that way, and Ratan Thiam replied saying that he feels very helpless in this situation. He feels India has turned its back on Manipur. National media has no coverage for the past so many weeks. Media has a responsibility in trying to bring back peace, but there is no national media coverage of the situation on Manipur. He mentioned that R.K. Ranjan had said it's a total failure of law and order in the state. Ratan Thiam also says his heart is broken and is saddened by the fact that the PM hasn't uttered a single word. Thapar mentioned that PM mentioned Gujarat in his Man Ki Baat program but did not mention the tragedy of Manipur even once. When asked if Ratan Thiam feels let down by the PM, he answered saying that that Modi has achieved a lot but has not uttered a single word on such an alarming situation. He also mentioned that he feels like a second-class citizen. Ratan Thiam says he will try to draw the attention of the PM as much as possible and not give up till he responds.
Weather appears on TV, they don't go east of Calcutta as if there is no part of India to the east.
No part of India, is if there is no weather in the northeast.
This is one reason why people of the northeast must feel
India
always is ignoring them.
Yeah, always like, treat it feeling like everybody talks. Whenever I talk to anybody in Manipur, I feel like a second-class citizen.
And this is why the Prime Minister's deliberate refusal, I won't say accidental failure, deliberate refusal to talk about Manipur is pouring salt on wounds. It is really hurting.
Much more, but not only salt, it is also,
Mirchi.
quite a lot of mirchi, quite a lot of pepper.
So we agree then on two things. Either he doesn't understand how grave it is, or he doesn't care. And either way, by not speaking, he's turned his back on Manipur. When Manipur needed him most, he's turned his back and is looking the other way. That's
but
the feeling.
Still, Mr. Tapper, I would go on requesting him because I am an artist. I am an artist. I want make him, convince that, you see, how things are going on over there. The situation over there. You should be able to notice it. And you ought to notice it, Mr. Prime Minister.
But he's blind to it.
Again and again, we'll do it.
Okay.
What's the problem? Again and again.
I wish you luck, sir. The Prime Minister should be by your side.
Please,
it's not just that he should speak out, he should be there in Manipur by your side holding your hand.
No, you see, it's a failure now that you have a food package, you have a building package over there, many houses will be built and so on. But who gives the guarantee of not burning down it again? It is only peace first.
And the sad part is that this is a Prime Minister who is incredibly popular in the country.
Yes.
He's incredibly powerful.
Yes.
And when he decides to do something, he can succeed.
He can succeed.
But he's not using those qualities to help Manipur. Instead, he's turned his back and forgotten about it.
Congress leader Jairam Ramesh criticized PM Narendra Modi and the BJP over Manipur violence, saying that the BJP in Manipur is not united and that PM Modi does not care about it. He added a group of BJP MLAs from Manipur went to submit a memorandum to the PM. He did not see them, of course. Supreme Court has rejected an urgent hearing of a plea filed by a Manipur tribal forum seeking protection of Kuki tribe by the Indian Army. This comes amid the ongoing violence in the state. The apex court said that it's purely an issue of law and order. Security agencies are doing their best to control the situation, the center said. Rath Yatra, known as Kang in Manipur, is not celebrated as before in the state due to the present prevailing situation in Manipur. However, a large number of devotees turned up at Sri Govindaji temple to pray to Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Shubhadra. In the past, on a large chariot, all three brothers and sisters were sent to the road and prayed by a large number of devotees. This year, the organizing committee organized the festival inside the campus. Speaking to media persons, an organizer of the Govindaji temple expressed about the festival.
Sri Govindaji temple si parampara chanarpa Rajatra, the Rajatra from the history of the Indian, the Gaura Sampradaya. Si chanariba Rajatra si akoigi si Khetragi, they became from the Khetra, Odisha. Sigi Lapumasi Matungina, we are going to the continuously from long times a year, 4 years. After all, we continuously tally. In this year, unluckily, some crisis of in Manipur. That they be very shocking. So all the Manipuri peoples, this festival is the biggest and something like this. Our Rajatra said some people go so. We are shocking for that this function not successful, so successful today. So I very sad for the people of the Gaura Sampradaya and for Manipur. Thank you.
On the other hand, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON Manipur, also did not celebrate the festival in a big manner. The society also organized just following the needful customary and rituals inside the temple. Many devotees from different parts of the state took part in the festival. Talking to ELITETV News, Bono Mali, an authority and devotee of the society, said this year the festival is being organized in such a small manner due to the present prevailing situation in the state. He prayed to the God to bring about peace and normalcy in the state at the earliest.
Irang sina maramoy na kwena lai thoram na makwan sa pangtho sena samna ga siri gobind ga su lengthoro na tajare adagi khoi gi ni thawong jo lok thok pada wan ta na mayam ado khoi sko gi ta seng madi chahi khuding gi di yam na chaung na wana ba khoi gi lengthok na sorok kana phau ching bane do hadak chahi gi wana di kona leba ki irang sina maramoy na lai gi thoram na mak pangtho si hai dina Namai Toraga Yam, the picture and Shinjavani. Canada, dear Quella, the Talent Doctor Anna Tasengadi, Mamang say that this one, I gave a Tamida article, Matunda, Zorana Pung Ama, Makaita, the Quelling Toga, Deda, Mam Prasadi Katakoman Toraga, Adagi, Puramayam Chang Chingadabani, Adanda Kidimadi Kudong Java later, Canada Havabu, Adictoriba, Hadiki Lentokre, Ate Mamang is age and the Lentoga, Awagi, Padana, Wagi. Jagana Balava Subadaki Tawan, the Mine Tawuni. Ayuki when a dear dom almost Sarana Quagi, Mayam, whether Araku campus in the Prasadi, the Nuntobu Hatani. Ado, Ajaka Sarana me, Samri Sangam with the Sorabena Kali. Ado, Mamang is saying that over the days Arana Bill Singer Mayala Kusawi. Mayam Are Reba do Jaganat Balava Subadaki, Maprasat, Quagi, Ketri, Utin, Jangoya, Panosequena, Ado Seba, Todi Tojabani, Ado, Adaxodom. Kara Irang sina maromo na kitang handaba naman.
Time for a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Admission Open, R&T Institute and Aviation Academy के लाकतोरी session 2023-24 के admission Hausare Institute as the Ministry of Corporate Affairs Government of India na well recognized तौरबा amati 5-year service complete ओरबा Manipur da amatangairaba Air Hostess Training Institute amani Class 12 pass तौरबा Mahairoi Singna tungi afaba career amati aviation industry da चंगनिंगबा सिंगना मिंग चनबिबा यारगनी male and female punna apply तौबा यारबा 10 to 15 years flying experience later trainer singna train tauriba 100+ students placement pikraba institute asida tongan ba course sing khudong chaba lecture course sing atudi international air hostess training airport operation and staff training ground handling loina soft skill career counseling interview skill spoken english and hindi grooming guest lecturer session resume making mock interview service classes first aid interview preparation, Zumba class, swimming class amati, airport visits, institute asiki staff single loinana placement assistance gidamag infal amati, atopa state sing the su kudong chaba pizari, kudong chaba sing asiki damag, 12 standard loiraba students singna institute asida lakpituna, akupa marol tanabu amati online inquiry gidamag contact number asida, call tawbituna tanabu. 700597047 natraga 8132092225
Lana Thoram Malem Taibang Panasida Ekoi Kwagi Irakta Tinjaramba Laishram Bankim Chandra Atopamaming Abung Mathaina Magi Nungsi Jaraba Imung Manong Sagaina Tay Amadi Maruk Mapang Kwai Pumna Mapu Thadok Lamlaga Haukiba Chaitet Tara Hundoi Thataruk Kumja Rising Aniga Kunbu Hundoi Kumja Ingagi Kunga Mangani Panba Leba Popanumita Kamen Loki Aigezang Kunda Tokiba Laibak Tiba Taudokta Taibang Chengel Loireduna Tengban Bamapugi Lekolda Leirang Linam Una Tinkre Lakliba Chaitet Taramapan Thataruk Kumja Rising Aniga Kunbu Hundoi Kumja Ingengi Nongmapanba Ningthauka Banumita Mangani Lehun Tamjaraga Lakliba Chaitet Kungamanga Thataruk Kumja Lising Aniga Kunbuhundoi Kumja Ingen Gitaret Nipan Manomizing Numita Lana Thorom Thokle Numit Asida Lake Drabagi Tawaina Tingban Mapugi Lekolda Ingna Chikna Lejarunaba Angamba Karadang Langjaduna Taibang Mapugi Ngaklo Kada Sidaba Mapugi Ming Kairol Galunina Katjagadori Thoromasida Ahanlaman Ima Iben Maruk Mapang Amadi Iche Ichal CSO Sing Club Sing Amadi Lamdam Segi Ima Loop Sing Pumnamakna Matam Chana Lingbidaktuna Sidaba Mapugi Ming Kairol Tambiranaba Elite TV Gi Khotang da Pausenjeri Lana Thoromasi Imungi Pibam Namaram Oiduna Imung Manong Neta Club Amadi Khulon Ironaba Laikai Sing CSO Sing clubsing amadi lamdamsigi imalupsinga loinana pangthokjaragani pauzenjariba imung manung amadi neta thorom mafam Kangla Sangom Sang Awang Lekai Community Hall Imphal East phone number 7005259973 amadi 9366576106.
Admission open Central Academy Khabam Sumraithong Manipur Laiba CBS Sida affiliate Toba Khwaidagi Phaba School Singi Manungda Ama Oiriba Central Academy Khabam Sumraithong Manipur Kumsi Sahigi Class 9 gi akaknaba sit khara amasung Class 11 Science Arts ani asigi mingjanba hojare School asi yamna mayon chumna fagalakliba National Thaki Award kaya puthokliba makal makha kaya gi state and national level competition da gold medalist amadi prize winner puthokliba school ni lebaki awabada saruk yaba oina Class 9 gi di admission fee amasung tuition fee lodana lemna mingjanjagani Class 11 gi oina AISSE 2023 amadi ISSLCE 2023 da 90 PC amasung masigi mathak Pangba angang singi damak admission tuition fee lodabatan natana textbook su lemna pizagani smart class ka loinana angang singna lairik pagadaba matamda tuition chatpagi hainabi thadok hananaba strict oina class tawgani khangdriba fawba takpigani leibaki irangi awaba nangliba singidi aikhoina ngamjaba thakta mateng pangjagani class 11 gi admission fee lupa lising manga loinana prospectus lupa chani punna lupa lising manga chani khaktani akopa morol gi damak school gi office ta tanabiu
Imphal East District ki oina Higher Secondary Examination 2023 da percentage masing khwaidagi wangna First Division da pass tauba Royal Academy of Science Wangkhayamadi Kongbagi Class 11 Science 2023-24 da tamnaba admission process hauzare ahan by admission tauba satra chamada textbook lemna fanghangani loinana admission fees lupa lishing taruk oigani bus amasung van service na chingbaga loinana hostel facility su leigani akupa marol gidamag Royal Academy of Science ki Wangkhay office da lakpiu
Lan na thoram Malem taibang pala sida aikhoi khwai pumnamakka loinaramba yumnam Surjit Kumar Meitei Laishram Suresh Meitei Moirangthem Heman Meiteina mapugi sintha loiraduna aikhoi pumnamakpu thadok lamlaga haukiba chejat tara humdoi taruk inglising aniga kunga humdoi kumja ingagi kunga mangani panba leibak pokpa numitta makhoigi thawaina mapugi leikolda leirangi leinam oina tinkre Chatliba Chaychat Taranipan Taruk English Singaniga Kunga Humdoi Kumja Ingagi Kuntrani Panba Nomaizing Numitta Mangani Lehun Tamjaraga Chatliba Chaychat Kungamari Taruk English Singaniga Kunga Humdoi Kumja Ingengi Tarukni Panba Thangza Numit Asida Lana Thoram Numit Thokle Thoram Asida Ahalaman Ima Ibel Maruk Mapang Sagainatai Ichilinau Haumin Kaminarakpa Ekoinedi Sakhangja Hodraba Kwai Tarana Matam Chana Lengbidaktuna Mapugi Minkai Tabiranaba Amadi Haikat Leikat Tamba Yaubiranaba ELITETV ki Khotangda Pauzenjari Ayuk Pung Nipan Laigi Thoram Hoba Ayuk Pung Mapan Isai Hoba Pauzenjari Bising Yumnam Ongbi Tanobi Leima Surjit Kumar ki Loinabi Laishram Ongbi Ibem Leima Suresh ki Loinabi Moirangthem Ongbi Ngaubi Leima Heman ki Loinabi Oksu Ningthem Chakhul Community Hall.
Years of trusted diagnostic service, Babina Diagnostics.
Welcome back to watching ELITETV English News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi left on a 5-day visit to the United States and Egypt this morning. In his departure statement, the Prime Minister said this visit will be an opportunity to enrich the depth and diversity of India-US partnership. He said that India-US ties are multifaceted with deepening engagements across sectors, and the USA is India's largest trade partner in goods and services. The Prime Minister said India and US collaborate closely in science and technology, education, health, defense, and security fields. He said the initiative on critical and emerging technologies has added new dimensions and widened collaboration to defense industrial cooperation, space, telecom, quantum, artificial intelligence, and biotech sectors. Mr. Modi added that the two countries are also collaborating to further our shared vision of a free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific, sharing other details of his visit. Continuing violence in Manipur has emanated from deep strain in political and social federalism in India in recent times. This disturbing state of affairs has left a long-lasting impact on the education and career planning of the students. Their rights must be protected by all the agencies involved. The peace must be restored urgently by undertaking credible and unbiased measures, says Aditya Narayan Mishra, National in Charge and former President Datta and Fedkuta, in a press statement. Academics for Action and Development Teachers Association (ADTA), University of Delhi (ADTA) expressed its grave concern over the continuing violence in Manipur, in which more than 100 of our fellow citizens have lost their lives and thousands of them have been displaced from their own homes. The social tension is in explosive state while the double engines are dormant in dockyard. This is happening when the urgent measures are required, as the onset of monsoon will make the conditions more challenging in the relief camps. The statewide turmoil has very adversely affected the education and health sectors. The internet services have become very uncertain and sometimes are discontinued too. The students of the state are worst sufferers as the access to internet has been hampered in these days. National testing agencies NTA had to postpone the NEET examination for students with exam centers in Manipur. There are reports that many students in the state have missed the registration deadlines for crucial examinations such as CUET, PG, and G advanced studies. This will impact their future prospects. In such a scenario, many students of the state couldn't appear in the centralized entrance tests like NEET, CUET, etc. That's why ADTA has been consistently opposing recent introduction of such centralized entrance tests in vast federal and diversified country like India. Our teachers are getting several calls that how the students from the state would get admissions in the central universities like DU, GNU, etc. ADTA demands that all efforts should be made to protect the interests of students and the educational activities don't suffer. ADTA strongly concurs with Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, who has rightly emphasized that the situation in Manipur is cause of concern for the whole country and much more is needed to be done to restore peace, the press statement said. As the law and order situation has been improved gradually in Imphal East, West and Bishnupur districts, curfew has been relaxed till 5 p.m. today. Markets and shops were opened during the curfew relaxation in the 3 districts. People rushed to the market and shops to purchase essential items during curfew relaxation. Traffic was seen as normal as before on the roads. The United Nations has adopted the first ever treaty to protect marine life in the high seas. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres hailed the historic agreement as giving the ocean a fighting chance. Delegates from the 193 member nations approved the treaty with jubilation yesterday. There wasn't a single objection. Guterres told delegates that the adoption of the treaty comes at a critical time when the oceans are under threat on so many fronts. He said the treaty is vital to address these threats, and he urged all countries to spare no efforts to ensure that it is signed and ratified as soon as possible. The treaty to protect biodiversity in waters outside national boundaries, known as the high seas, covering nearly half of Earth's surface, had been under discussion for more than 20 years as efforts to reach an agreement had repeatedly stalled. The new treaty will be opened for signatures on September 20th during the annual meeting of world leaders at the General Assembly, and it will take effort once effect once it is ratified by 60 countries. The Bureau of Indian Standards (BIS) license will be mandatory for 24 footwear products from the 1st of next month. Addressing media in New Delhi, Director General BIS Pramod Kumar Tiwari highlighted the importance of the quality control orders issued recently by the government for footwear and other products. He said a BIS license will be mandatory for the manufacturing, importing or selling of products under these quality control orders. Mr. Tiwari said the standards for footwear products are developed in consultation with trade and industry bodies, consumer organizations and representatives of various stakeholders groups to ensure quality and authenticity. He said in order to make compliance convenient for small-scale and micro-scale industries, the implementation date will be the 1st of January next year. Mr. Tiwari said the government recently announced an 80% cut on testing charges for footwear products under the quality control orders for the certified startups and micro-industrial units. Olympian CA Bhavani Devi has created history by defeating reigning world champion Misaki Imura in the Asian Fencing Championship quarter-final and securing India its first ever medal at the event. The Indian fencers stunned the world number 1 15-10 to enter the women's sabre semi-final. Bhavani, however, lost to Uzbekistan's Zainab Daibikova in the semi-finals 15-14, securing a bronze medal. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur has congratulated Bhavani Devi for her victory. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur described Bhavani Devi as a trailblazer and an inspiration to fellow athletes. He said Bhavani Devi elevated the sport to the recognition it deserves. It's time for another short break. We'll be right back.
야이모 거기 카너로시 생녀로시 말할래지들 번디기 마யும் 타비로시 퍼블릭도 타네로시
Zoom may talk to lay which say. Now the question is Zoom the Hangadra.
San Tangan Bobusal, everything she does that Sanganda than nothing by Magi Pandam Amadi Uraga Sumasi terrorism with Hogune Kali.
Masa India government na amadi Manipur government am tang control to biyo ba
ojana kan tang thar tar ga su net ki mating lo ga akhoi ni yeng doi ne ba
micham parja me amagi yumai thabi ba laifam leita da relief camp ta wana leiba me amasi yeng bada ai isa da hak theng na thokpa dong na yamna nungai theba phauche
club aduga organization jing maira pai di mayam jing ya hojikti khusam na ba matam oire pulap apun bana joy oi habido hojing matang asi oire haiba wafam je thamjani
Welcome you all to UNACO College, Kongman Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational college offering both BA and BAc courses. UNACO College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry up! Registrations and admissions open for 2023-24 academic session.
Diabetes ka loina na hinglibusing tha amagi manungda fahanba ngamle. Khong hamba nungai tabasu namit manga nigi manungda fahanba ngamle. Piles haibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahanba ngamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oina lehenba ngamle. BP wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal da lehenba ngamle. Umnamak natural oiba anoba hidak makal singna laying jabani. Haksang da sokadaba side effect amata leite. Makatana hidak chabagi mathausu tararoi. Akopa moral gidamak na simaglengsin biro Diabetes Hospital, Jennings Road near Punjab National Bank, Porompat.
SS Career Solution na chahi tara hena khunai sida leiriba naharol singbu achumba sinfam ama khangjanabagi khudong chaba du mapung fana pinabagi damak specialized oiraba team kaya semduna angang singbu nauringaidagi khoiga chanaba sinfam gi maramda singna mari makhong taktuna afaba khunai ama oiraknaba honaduna ngasi fawbalak Career Solution amagi chap chana guidance thiba haibasi arriba dinate adubu ipurgedi thoina nungsa thiningai oitre SS Career Solution na akaknaba plan amadi expertise singa putsinduna sacha khaknatana community level dagi hauraga adom gi paidagi chanaba sinfamadu mai pakna chatnanaba same sagani aikoigi mamal yamlaba naha singbu tungge chuwalambe lamada lamjing haurasi SS Career Solution na piriba khudong chaba singasi khopna khanta haurasi
Admission open. Manipur ki mapanda chatrabasu yaraba best quality education ga loinana Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Science pangai. Manipur University da affiliated tauba Indian Nursing Council amadi Pharmacy Council of India na recognize tauraba college asida chaliba academic session asigi akaknaba sit masing gi admission hauzare. Coursing adudi BSc Nursing, Diploma in Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, BSc Forensic Science, BSc Radiology and Imaging Technology, BSc RIT, BSc Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc MLT, amadi BSc Operation Theatre Technology Operation, BSc OTT, high-river coursing asigi scholarship ki kudong saba su pangbigani, amadi meritorious students singi oiba tongan ba kudong saba mayam amalegani. Akopa morog dama 9856575163. College address Pangai opposite MPTC da lengbiratuna ngasimak kudong saba silowiu.
Welcome back. Let's continue with the news updates. Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal has written to LG VK Saxena over a rise in serious crimes in the national capital, saying 4 murders have taken place during the last 24 hours. People are being forced to engage private guards for safety as there's a lack of Delhi police personnel, he added. He also urged Saxena to initiate steps to restore people's confidence. After Indigo signed a deal to buy 500 aircraft from Airbus, the airline CEO Peter Elbers said it is a historic moment for Indian aviation. This is the largest deal in aviation history by number of aircraft. We are securing our future, Elbers stated. Indigo, which is India's largest airline, operates more than 300 aircraft currently. Former Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray criticized PM Narendra Modi for not visiting violence-hit Manipur, saying that the double-engine government got derailed in Manipur, but PM Modi is going to the US. He added, one should not spit at the sun. If your guru is like the sun, then why is he not shining over Manipur? 3 persons were arrested for allegedly kidnapping and murdering a retired Mandal Parishad Development Officer, MPDO, and RTI activist over a land dispute in Telangana's Jangaon, police said on Monday. The 70-year-old's body was found in a water-filled quarry lake 3 days after he went missing. The prime accused had a dispute with him over a land issue, police added. US President Joe Biden on Monday said that the threat of Russian President Vladimir Putin using tactical nuclear weapons is real. Earlier, Biden called Russia deploying its first tactical nuclear weapons to Belarus absolutely irresponsible. The deployment is Russia's first move of such warheads outside the country since the fall of the Soviet Union. Russia, in its new strategy, is reportedly using a suicide tank in order to restrict Ukraine's advances. A video released by the Russian Defense Ministry showed a Russian remote-controlled tank T-54 carrying explosives towards Ukrainian trenches in Donetsk and exploding this week. According to reports, the Russian forces had stuffed the tank with 6 tons of explosives. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now let's look at the top headlines once again. Landmine fitted by Kuki militants blasts Haikol, a cow died, no human casualty. President's rule is anti-democracy, says MLA Sapam Nishikant. PM Modi embarks on 5-day state visit to US and Egypt to lead International Day of Yoga celebrations at UN headquarters tomorrow. Manipur BJP not united, PM Modi simply doesn't care, says Jairam Ramesh. SC rejects urgent hearing on Kuki tribe amid Manipur violence. And curfew relaxed for Imphal East, West and Bishnupur districts till 5 p.m. today. That's all we have for now. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News. Take care and stay safe.